Alright, hello everyone, welcome back. I'm your friend Inside XO, and right now, as you could say, it's at night in my time zone. But frankly speaking, I do not want to go to sleep since I didn't record a video yet. But meanwhile, I don't want to record a video for now. I don't want to look at this book today. Probably I'm not in the mood. It's pretty, let's say, it depends. If I am so boring and if I got nothing else that I want to do, I will definitely go and continue to read this book. But for now, I have a new plan. How about we learn something about the Unreal Engine? There probably have two reasons for me to learn this engine. The first one is it got a pretty nice name, Unreal. Everyone loves the Unreal stuff. For example, some fraction movies. No, this is not what I mean.
Science fiction.
Science fiction. Well, this is what I mean. Everyone loves science fiction, no matter it's a movie or it's an animation, but everyone loves it. So everyone loves those Unreal stuff. So this is the first reason why I love this engine. And the second reason for it is that it uses C++. This is probably the first
Mainstream.
This is probably the first mainstream programming language that I learned in my early life in high school, and then it's Python. But C++ is definitely the first mainstream programming language that I learned at that time. So I didn't keep up with it because when you get it as a beginner, it's probably a quite hard programming language, and still I think that this programming language, it's probably not a good one for daily life because it's too hard and it's too tricky. You have to deal with a lot of stuffs and you have to memorize a lot of its features and it's time wasting. And by using it, even if you wrote a lot of code, in the end, the function that you achieve is very little. So in other words, it's not worth for using it. But anyway, some people love it. They love to use it to make some game. So why don't we just get started and learn this stuff? We could get into a simple project, but before we get into it, we need to first launch it. And here I already have a project, so I just get into it by click it. Oh, probably you could right click this one and click the open button to actually open it. And it will ask us to choose a editor for it. Then we do that choosing. We select the Unreal 5.0 version. That's the newest version. Yeah, but for some reason, I feel like it's very hard to actually start this editor in my computer. Probably my computer doesn't have that computing power to speed up the process of this software. But when I use Unity, it's working fine. Anyway, let's put it there. Forget about it for now. Now what I was more care about is how can I use the Unreal editor inside of the MSA, or what's the shortcuts for it? Yeah, probably this one, it is what we are looking for. We just want to know some basic operations to handle the viewport so that we could move around inside of the Unreal editor.
Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video we're talking about viewport navigation. So what is viewport navigation? Well, it is the act of navigating our viewport here. So there are a couple different ways that we can go about doing this. We'll explain each of these methods, and hopefully you're following along inside the editor so that you can experiment as we describe them, and then you can use whatever method you're most comfortable with. So let's get started. The first method that we'll talk about is referred to as mouse navigation. So inside our viewport here, I'm going to hold the left mouse button down and move the mouse forward to make me go forward, and backwards to make me go back, and to the left to make me turn left, and to the right to make me turn right. So forwards, backwards, left, and right. And left again so that we're looking at our table and chairs here. Okay, so that is movement. As far as looking around with the mouse style of navigation, if you go ahead and click and hold the right mouse button, this acts as essentially a free cam, allowing you to look in any direction. You will remain stationary while you do this, but holding the right mouse button and going forward makes you look up, and back makes you look down, left makes you look left, and right makes you look right. So that's just holding the right mouse button down and moving your mouse around. Now you can hold the middle mouse button and use that to track the camera. So if I move forward while holding the middle mouse button down, you see I go up, and backwards makes me go down, left makes me go left, and right makes me go right. That's just holding the middle mouse button down and dragging. Oops. Now, if you do not have a middle mouse button, you can hold down the left and right mouse buttons together. That will give you the...
Okay, I'm pretty sure this method won't work on my machine since I'm using the MAC. And the MAC mouse doesn't have a middle key. Such a shame. Okay, this is when I think that I should change my computer. Because it's still not opening the editor for us. If you notice that, if you look at it carefully, you would say, here we got the Unreal editor, but it's not showing up for us. Such a shame for it. So in the end, I decided to close it. This editor, it only takes 48 megabytes, but it's stuck in there. So I just stop it. Such a wasting of my time. I'm going to try to open it again. I'm going to give it another chance. Here we go again. It's in the loading, but very slow. Here we go. We see such a window. Now I'm going to get into this one. I'm going to click the open button. Then it's starting a new window. It's doing the initialization, and soon it starts to say that if you do not say it clearly, this will help you to know what's going on there. Memory allocation warning. A resolution of 2 megabytes will require 256 megabytes of video memory. PER, reflection capture component. Are you sure? So it means that we do not have that much of GPU or graph memory available for it. So that only means that I should change this computer. But since this is not my computer, it's a computer from my company, so no, we will still have this machine with me. Now let's try to move around. For example, if I click the left button of the mouse and I move around, I could go forward and back. How about we go left and right? It's a rotation. Yeah, of course. Then I try to hold the right mouse key. We get something like this. To be honest, I do not feel comfortable with this control method. I wish I could have a way to decrease the quality of the graph or the view so that we could get a smooth experience. Well, very good. But I'm stuck in here. And I guess this is probably the reason why the Unreal Engine is not a good one for those beginners. Because those new beginners who get into this field may not have a very nice financial supporting, and they may not have a good computer at all. So at the beginning, if you let him to learn this, that would be a disaster. Yeah, I must say I'm running out of way. I have no other way but to force stop this editor. So, since we cannot actually use the Unreal Engine, how about we just uninstall it? This is an easy way to uninstall it in MSA or out the MSA. All you have to do is to drag it into the trash bin. And after you did that, it's done. You don't have to do anything else. Anyway, let's download the Unity, since we have learned so many stuff about the Unity. So we would get more fun with it, because we already know it and we could just use it to do or to make something useful. And to be honest, the tool is not that important at all. The most important thing for you to do is to use that tool to make something new and interesting, and especially that could benefit others. As a game, that would be entertainment others, to let others feel happy, to let others feel comfortable. Yeah, something like that. Or to make others feel satisfied. It's done. Let's just start it. I love this word or this sentence. Unlock your creativity. Compared to the Unreal Engine, the Unity editor will definitely more awesome. I guess something was wrong here, because after I sign in, after I clicked the sign in button, I cannot sign in for some reason. I don't know where it goes wrong. Alright, after I sign it again, now I was able to get into this one. Yeah, but the problem is I just wanna sign in here. Why he leads me to the web page while it didn't actually sign in. So let me do it again. Oh, here we go again. We could open the Unity Hub. Then we could be able to sign in the software than the web page. By default, it will ask us to install this version of the editor, but I don't want to do that. But I still need to install an editor, so let's choose one. The latest version is 2021. The recommended version is based on 2020. Fine. How about we just install the 2020 version of that? Do we need the Visual Studio for MSA? If we install this editor, we could have the, let's say, auto compilation supported. We could have that support so that we could write the code more efficiently. Do we need the Android Builder support? Yeah, of course we need that because nowadays nobody play games on their computer anymore. They do that activity with their mobile phone. So I'll choose this one. Do we need a Chinese version of the IDE? No, I don't think so. Since we are already the master of the English, right? So let's fuck it. I don't need that. Then let's go on. Hit the install button. Oh, based on this speed, it's going to take a while, or maybe not. Let me just change your Wi-Fi. We should get a better quality on the network. That's not working. Let me just cancel it. Cancel the downloading. Cancel the downloading. Wait a minute. So since we have canceled all of that, we need to do it again. Install this one. Install the Android supported stuff. Then hit the continue button. Agree this. Do it again. For this time, let's say what kind of speed we could get. Well, that was quick. That's much more quicker than the previous version of than the previous Wi-Fi hotspot that we connected. You know what, based on this experience, or based on today's experience, I guess I probably never use the Unreal Engine again because it sucks. You know, it sucks on everywhere. And clearly, it seems like the Unity, this company, definitely put a lot of money, have put a lot of money on their software development. Otherwise, they won't have such a good user interface and the performance, nice performance on almost every platform. I guess the reason for it is that the Unreal Engine is an open source project, so no matter how good they does, in the end they have to open source. So they tend to not make it a good one, since no matter how good they made, they will open source that to others, and others will get it for free. But for the Unity, it's kind of different. All of their software, they are they are and they will be always closed sourced. So if the Unity company makes their software very, very good, then that only benefits themselves. I guess probably this is a reason for why the Unity software is better than the Unreal Engine. You know what? Normally, when we meet this situation, when we had to wait for something to be done, and this stuff need to take a quite while, it's not a smart idea to stay with him, to wait him. That's not right. That's the time wasting. You should instead try to find something else to do. And then when you finish that, you come back and check again to say if it's finished or not. If it's not, do something else. Don't stuck in here. Since the computer's time is worthless, but human's time is quite expensive. Why? Because our time is limited in our lifetime. You know, nobody could live forever. We all have some limited time. If we do not cherish them or cherish it, we will soon realize that we don't have enough time to do what we want to do. And especially people would generally like to say that the young days no longer can back, so we can never go back to our young age. So instead of wasting our time doing some shitty stuff, how about we just grab our time and do something that really matters to our life or to the whole world. Okay, that's it. I don't want to waste any of you guys' time in here, so that's it. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.